Alrighty, I want to take some time today and just show you some free resources and sites and things that you can use as being an amateur astronomer, things that you may find interesting. I'm going to begin with the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. Love their website. I've been a member. I need to renew my membership. I'll be doing that this week, probably tomorrow. And I will do it tomorrow. And I just love the amount of stuff that's on their website. So you can come in, and as you scroll over on their website, and it's just rasc.ca, you can see they have their mission statement, about us, centers at General Assembly. They have publications. We're going to come back to that. They have observing. They have programs, a member area, contact us, and they have a store, just so you are aware of that. You can check out their things. I've ordered their handbook coming in December. I did it through, not through them, it's really expensive because of the shipping coming in, the tariff coming in from Canada, so I ordered it through the Astronomical League here. It was a little cheaper. But I love the handbook, get it every year, use it. I'll review it when I get it in December. Anyway, just wanted to come through here and just show you some things. We're going to start with observing. So we'll just go to tips and expectations first. On their tips and expectations, they give you tips of how to basically observe some basic star gazing essentials. Gary Saronic, in his article here in Sky News, kind of talks about some of those things, about dark habitation, binocular specifications, telescope magnification, light pollution, importance about learning the night sky before trying to photograph it or observe it. I'll put that in if you're a visual observer. This article by Mark Bratton describes how he improved on his ability to sync fate nebula and galaxies by taking detailed notes, and I'm going to actually click on that since I have a presentation tonight, and it looks like that article is no longer there. That's a bummer. Try it one more time. Nope. The article's been removed, so I'll come back and try that on my own. Let me just make a note on that really quick. Mark Bratton wrote the wonderful book on the Herschel all the Herschel items. Actually, I have 3 copies of it. It's very expensive now, but I love it. It's the guide. It's the complete guide to the Herschel objects, and it's a wonderful book. Highly recommend it if you're looking at observing the Herschel 2500, which I did, and redoing the Herschel 400 in my 17.5, so I have it all there. And just making a note here. Okay, so you can see they also have advanced resources. You can see that they have an article here. I love Mel Bartels. He's a wonderful sketcher, wonderful observer. He has a lot of things on his site. You can go to amateur telescope making and learn a lot about telescopes from Mel. So anyway, just one part of the site that I really like. The other part is their observing programs. I just want to show you a few things like this. They tell you what, according to them, is an observation. It's a brief description of what you see, whether you use unaided eye, binoculars, or a telescope. It should be recorded in some fashion so at least you can recall the experience for yourself, if not for someone reviewing your work for the purpose of awarding an observing certificate, etc., etc. Talk about their pins that they offer, and they have 3 videos down here describing their observing programs. But I just want to show you this. For the first time stargazer, they have an Explore the Universe and Explore the Moon. I'm just going to hit on Explore the Moon. I know myself, that's become really a focus for me this year. And you can click on Isabel Williamson's observing program, and you can see here anyone can freely download the guide and logbook. So we're just going to do on that really quick and show you this. Comes up as a PDF. You can save it. Last edition was December 19th, 4th edition. And as you come in, you can see there's so much in this guide that for somebody who's just learning to observe the moon, and I include myself on that, even though I've been observing for 25 plus years, I feel like I'm a lunar newbie, to be honest with you, as I've just over the last year really got into lunar observing. And then you can see here, for if you were a member up there and you were actually doing the logbook, you could actually enter the dates here. And even if you don't get the reward, doing the program is well worth it. So that's one thing that you can do here. We'll go back over here. We're going to back up. You can see over here they have one on the Messier catalog if you're new to observing. And even if you're going to visually observe or image, I think it would be a wonderful thing to image. I intend to image all the Messiers and all the Herschel 400 in my C-Star just to have a visual copy of what we're seeing. And then I'll be adding a sketch to each of them as well. Anyway, you can see here that they have their program. They have the Messier catalog observing forms. We'll just bring that up really quick so you can see what that looks like. And you can see here is their form. They have something in an area to sketch for each object, and I really like their forms. They've updated them, and I have my own version of this, which I've shared in another post, but they have it all right there for you. Excuse me on that. You can also see that they have an application form, and there's two things. They have resources at the bottom, which I highly invite you to take time to really take a look at. Roger Fell's Telescope Companion to the Messier objects. If you're just doing the Messier objects, this is a great way to track and find them. Pull it up, let it get loaded. This was back all the way going back to 1996, so it's almost 30 years old, but it's still really good. You can see, you can put the date that you observed each object there. They give you information about each object. He provides a finder chart with the location of each object right there on the finder chart. So, quick, easy way to get involved with visual observing, or if you're going to image, you can see that there's just tons of stuff here. Summer, really good time to go. And as we scroll down, you can see M1 is, he kind of gives a description of it, and then you can take your notes, and he kind of gives you a view from whether or not you're using a refractor or reflector, and what you're going to see when you get there for each of these. This is well worth the time and investment to get that. So we'll go back here. You can also see Terry Adrian's Messier chart log system. I highly recommend this one too. This one actually on the map has a listing of each of the Messiers with a Telrad circle. So you can use his maps to really just tie in with the Telrad if you're a visual observer and really nail where these are. And I like that it's big enough you can see the constellations, and you can kind of get a really good feeling for where these are located. This is one that I have printed and actually in plastic sheet covers. Printed it front and back, and so it just looks really good. It's an easier reference. Once you get past those, you'll notice as we come down, he doesn't have his logging system here, but he just has the charts, and I highly recommend the charts. Okay, coming back to the RASC main site, we're going to go to publications, and if you're looking for a way to get some journals and get some magazine articles, you can see, because I've been a member, I have access right here to the October 2025 issue, and you can come here and download it in high or low res, especially if you're a member. If you're not a member, then you'll have to wait until it comes up and available, but there's back issues on how to access those. Once I'm here, what I do with the journal, and I've already done it, I'll download it onto my computer, and then I upload it onto my Google Drive, which you can see I've already done there. I need to go back and get the other two for this year. So anyway, as it comes up, it's just opening. Really love the journal, really love the detail, and the articles that are in there are very well done. They're done by well-known amateurs, and they have both visual and imaging articles in there, and a lot of faint objects that you can get to know. And you can see here it is, And we'll bring it in. Come on down. Of course, you get an advertisement. This page will tell us what's in here. Seeking a record of the Crab Nebula supernova reveals doodles in the capitulary of the St. Gallen Abbey. I'll be taking a look at that. I'll be reading that probably tonight after I get back from presenting. And have you ever wondered what could have been? Have you ever been inspired? It sounds like a simple question. And then he kind of gives his thoughts on that. You see a meteor shower for the ages. Old friend is a partner. We'll just kind of let these get here. Talking about old friend finds a partner, Betelgeuse, and of course its companion, which has been found out recently this last summer, spring. And then just a whole variety of articles that you can enjoy in here. So I'll go back. I'll show you where the archive is on this. And if you're not a member, you can actually get in and get back and see some of the archives. What I do here is publications, journal. Let's see. Right here where it says view journals, you just click on that. And what you're going to see, there's the October, the June, the April, the February. If you're not a member, there's a cutoff, and I believe it's the previous year. And you can actually go back and read past issues of it, even if you're not a member, and download them and have them, print them, digitally see them. It's all digital. I just really love the journal that they do. So those are some excellent free resources. I invite you to really take a look at the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada's website. Tons of information there. I spent almost 12 minutes just talking about that. Coming over here, want to talk about Astrobytes. Astrobytes is for undergraduate and postgraduates and doctorate people who are volunteers. It's all volunteer. They don't get paid to do this. And what they do is they come through, and I'm just going to bring the main website up. I want to save that article, so we'll just bring up there about. Is a daily astronomical literature journal written by graduate students in astronomy since 2010. I've been following them since 2011. Our goal is to present one interesting paper per day in a brief format that's accessible to undergraduate students in the physical sciences who are interested in active research. So these are graduate students that are basically paraphrasing articles that are out there. And I really love this site. It's a great way to stay current with what's going on out there. So here you can see under latest research, and you just get there by going to astrobytes.org. Excuse me. Under daily papers, if you just click on that, you can see that they have a daily paper. Here's the one for November 18th. They've actually published one for today on the 19th, a new kind of radio lighthouse. Bringing up your leave satellites and atmospheric pollution. That should be interesting. How re-entry is not an end-all, be-all solution for cleaning up satellites from low Earth orbit. Building cradles for massive black hole seeds. Just all kinds of interesting topics that you can look. 3 supermassive black holes for the price of 1 in the early universe. These are professional articles, so just so you know, you need to have kind of a professional mindset with it. I find having a doctorate, and having gone through the process of earning a doctorate just helps me to really enjoy these. But I enjoyed them before I even had my master's, when I just had my bachelor's. They're written in such a way that you can kind of get in here. I'll just take a look at, we'll bring this one up. Here you can see there's the paper. If you want to see the actual paper, you can click on it. And then here's the summary of what they're doing, if I can get my mouse to work. And just so you know, they're looking for new writers. You have to apply by November 26th. You don't get paid for it, but you get lots of experience for it. So it looks like this page isn't loading. We'll go back. Don't know why it's not loading. But I really do like Astrobytes. I invite that if you're interested in the hobby at all, to take a look at it. You can search. That's what you saw earlier that I did. We're going to exit the page because it's just not working. And you can come up here. I get a daily email in the morning, and it tells me what it is. It links right to it. Or you can just come to the site. I like the email myself. I don't mind getting that. Notice they have a search bar. So like I'm interested in supernova. So I can just type that in. And you can see that article that I was talking about, observing the next galactic supernova at a rate of 2 or 3% rate. When we see what happens, will the next dust in the center stop us from seeing it? Great review, and they give you the title. And of course, if I hadn't frozen, then I could click the article for you. Looks like I can't. We'll just go back. Not sure why my computer's having issues right now. But anyway, Astrobytes. It's another one to put down, and I would highly recommend it. And I'm just going to go here. I'm just going to click on the article. You can see it will bring the article. It's taking me off the main page. Here's the article in Archive from Cornell, and I can download the article from here, and I can view it as a PDF, which if I'm interested in the article, I do. And after I read the summary, I can come and actually at this point print off or save this to my Google Drive, which I usually do, and then read it on my iPad in the evening. Okay, righty. Next one that I want to mention, most of you probably already aware of this, but Fraser Cain's Universe Today. Love Fraser Cain's work. He is absolutely fantastic as a journalist. This is his site. They just recap all kinds of science going on with astronomy. And one here that I am reading, actually printed off the article. You can see if I hit continue reading, if you're interested in this, it gives it there. And there's the link to the article. I went to the article, printed it off. It's next to my bed to read it one evening this week. Highly recommend Universe Today. Follow his podcast. Actually join his Patreon. I think it's well worth it for his $5 entry. And I just think it's just a wonderful site. I listen to his podcast each day, and as I'm doing different things around the house or driving, and just find it highly entertaining. More importantly, highly informative. So Fraser Cain, Universe Today, they do an absolute bang-up job, first-rate job in the journalist. The next one I'll give you is, you can go to NASA, I can't even talk today, nasa.gov, ebooks. NASA has a whole series of books that are free. You can see they have one on aeronautics, NASA's contributions to aeronautics, volumes 1 and 2. They also have NASA's history right here, history of near-Earth objects. And you can see, you can explore NASA's science. They have stuff in the Hubble down here. I think eventually they'll probably have James Webb if the funding's allowed for them to do that. And you can come down and see their games and interactives, their blogs, their newsletters, and their images here. But like, let's say we wanted to come here and we're interested in their history. We want more titles. If we just click on the more titles, you can see we can get very specific in what we're looking for here. Sophia, reference works. You can come down, a whole bunch of things. Here's the year of publication. It's kind of interesting to go back and just see some of the older stuff too. Management histories, all kinds of histories that are just free ebooks from NASA. So I wanted to share that resource with you. That can keep you going. Notice that they have, you can also get here. It will take you right down to where you want to go. Here's an overview of the Space Telescope for Hubble, Galaxies Through Space and Time. That's a wonderful publication. A lot of great things to do here. The Lives of Stars, I really like this one. And let's see if I can get it. Go to the overview, show you this one. And you can see, just here they talk about the book and everything there. You can get it for Kindle readers with PDF. You can do the PDF, get it here. Came out July 19th, 2023. You can save it. I'm just going to come up here And I'm going to make a new folder. Come on. NASA ebooks. If I can spell. Going a little too fast there. I'm not wanting to take your time. And we're just going to save it right there. Should download here relatively quick. Already done. And we'll pull up the ebook really quick so you can take a look and see what they're like. Here's Hubble Focus, The Lives of Stars. We'll let it finish loading. Here you can see your contents, gathering clues to star systems breakup, star from early universe, uncovering brown dwarfs and the Orion Nebula. Just a whole bunch of great stuff to look at. It's a great book. I've downloaded it. I'll come back to my Google Drive and upload it there. Just easy way. You can print it. You can do it like I do. Save it to a tablet, whether it's Google, whether it's Android, whether it's Apple, and then read it at your convenience. Great site to go to. Okay. Next one. This I've looked at before. This is coming back from September 2021. This is a free online Astro 101 textbook. It's a nonprofit OpenStax project at Rice University, and it's supported by charitable contributions. The authors David Morrison, Sidney Wolfe, and the other author here, Andrew Fracano, have written an astronomy textbook for Astronomy 101, and they didn't get picked up on it. And you can see here is being used at over 1,100 institutions, that has over 500,000 student readers. Publisher calculates that this has saved the students more than $400 million in astronomy textbook costs so far. Anyone can read or download the book, so we will do that, just so you can take a sense of what it's like. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load up. But again, if you want to get there while this is loading, it is a simple aas.org post news, and I'll put all these links in the post, so you can link to it. You can buy or print a copy here, and you can download a PDF, which is what we'll do. Go to your file. I've already donated in the past, so I'm not going to donate again. I have no problem donating to things that I'm interested in for $5 to $20. I have no problem, like I do with Fraser Cain, giving him money each month. I have no problem with some other sites in joining them. The RASC, Sky and Telescope, I still pay for. Not happy with their restriction on content that you have to be a member to get it. I think just having the information out there is good. Just like all my information is free, people find value in it, and they can decide if they want a paying membership to support me in what I do. I'm going to do it anyway. But anyway, you can see as this comes up, got about 7 minutes and got a few more things to go through here. Get this book up, and I'll put the direct link into the book too as we get it here. Waiting for it to open. Just waiting. Going to talk about a couple other sites. Going to talk about the Astronomy League. Going to talk about the Reflector magazine there. Some other websites that I think are well worth the time. So here's the textbook. I have it downloaded already. I have it uploaded to my drive too. You don't have to spend any money to get this. You can see I just downloaded it. So not sure why it's still waiting. Here we go. We're starting to move now. My connection's just being really slow today. Not sure why. Anyway, we'll just wait. You can see I'm on page 2. And I can come back to it, but the astronomy textbook itself is well worth it. So it's just loading. It's just taking time to load. So I apologize for that. Looks like I'm a little frozen. I'm going to pause it really quick. Okay, I'm back. The astronomy textbook has loaded. You can see, we can come back. It was published in, just so you're aware of this, 2013 16, updated 2019. So 6 years, probably a little few things that are outdated that aren't there, but if you're wanting just a real basic, quick guide of astronomy and get a background on it, you can see they have Science Universe, Brief Tour, Observing the Sky, The Birth of Astronomy, Orbits and Gravity, Radiation Spectra, Earth, Moon, and Sky, Astronomical Instruments, Other Worlds, an Introduction to the Solar System, Earth as a Planet, Cratered Worlds, Earth-like Planets, the giant planets, ring moons and Pluto, comets, asteroids, debris of the solar system, comet samples, origins of the solar system, the sun, a garden variety star, the sun, a nuclear powerhouse, analyzing starlight, the stars, celestial census, celestial distances between the stars, gas and dust in space. You can see this is a huge textbook. We're already up to 800 pages here. The birth of stars and discovery of planets outside the solar system, stars from adolescence to old age, the death of stars, my favorite chapter, black holes and curved space-time, the Milky Way, galaxies, active galaxies, evolution and distribution of galaxies, the Big Bang, life in the universe. You can see by the time you get done with this textbook, you're up to 1,123 pages. That's why I took it a little bit of time and had to pause the recording. It is an awesome textbook for a beginning and just to get a basic foundation if that's what you're interested in. Put a link on the page. Coming over here, we have if you just Google Astronomical League, you can get over to their Reflector magazine up here. We'll do that. So if I just logged on to the astronomicalleague.org and then I clicked on Reflector, it comes here. You can see this is the backlog of past issues. I'm a member through my local club, and I can get these. I can click on them. I can download them. You can see they come up right here as a PDF, and I'll just bring that. I'll bring up June's issue, and I like the Reflector. It's just, you can see here what they have. Slim Pickings, Constellation of Draco, the Archduke and the Telescopes, Astronomy Outreach for Sick and Injured Kids, Observing OB Associations, the Nova of T885, the Mystery of the Andromeda Nebula, and much more in here. Here's your contacts and messages and notes. And as you can see, I can actually download this and read it on my tablet. Great way to do it. Okay, the other thing that I'll do is I'll just go to the Astronomy League. This is the same thing. Let's just go back to the main page, show people again how to get there. So here's everything you can do. We're going to go to Reflector, and then all those come up. If I go back, and if I just go, usually on the front page of this, you'll see here's the June issue. That's their latest. Another way to get there, just you can get there a whole lot. Here's About Us, and once you sign in, they'll actually send you a link to the Reflector. But the Reflector is a great, easy way to do that. Again, if you haven't done their observing certificates or programs, here they are. They're listed alphabetically. Here's their grid. Here's Night Sky Tools. Just go to that. Here are some useful tools that they have. Handouts, useful information, Night Sky Observing Tools. This is great for outreach. What's Up Doc Tonight, Excel spreadsheet for PC only. Download a free astronomy textbook. That's another free textbook right here. I'll click on it. It would go with the other one that we've done. Hopefully it doesn't take so long to load that I have to pause it. I'll just give it a second here. I'm going to take a quick drink. And you can see here's another booklet if you're looking for another quick textbook. So all that's there available on the Astronomy League book. And so I want to come here. The next resource I'm going to show you is, let's just go back on this, the eBooks directory. If you just go to ebooksdirectory.com with a little hyphen between E and books, it will bring it here. These are free online ebooks. Now, just like with anything on the internet these days, especially like with AI, there's good stuff There's stuff that's not based so good, and there's horrible stuff. So you got to be able to discern what it is. They do have a search, so if I want to go astronomy, I can do that. And here's all free astronomy books, ebooks directory. I can click on that. And you can see all these are free ebooks that I can get for astronomy. It's a wonderful way to just get in and see if there's some reading, free reading that you want to do. If you don't, perhaps money's tight in the economy right now for you, and you are just really interested and you want something free to read, read it with a critical thought. See what they do. Like here's one that I probably will want to read, massive stars and their supernovae. So I'll just click on that. I'm just clicking on what would interest me. You can see here, protostars and planets, massive stars and their supernova, 81 pages. Here's the download link. So we'll do that. As you can see, I can get a ton of tabs here. And it takes me to an actual article. And so it's 79 pages. I will download that as a PDF later. And so ebook online, great way to get some free books and articles, and great way to get there. The next one I wanted to share, the next website, is Alvin Huey's faintfuzzies.com. I admire Alvin Huey so much, never told him this, never met the guy in person, would like to someday, love to observe with him. I've learned so much from him. Probably one of the greatest things I've learned is I keep a set of both Beta and University orthos, and when I'm really into observing my objects, I pull them out and stick them in as the last part of my observation, because they just bring out, yes, the field of view is narrower compared to what we're usually using from 72 degrees to 100 degrees field of view, and at 40 to 50, these are tight, 30 sometimes, but they just are so good. They bring out sometimes just that extra little bit of detail that I missed in the higher pieces. And I don't, my scopes don't track except for the C-star. And so, yes, I got a nudge, but I don't mind nudging. Been doing that for over 25 years. It's just a great way. Alvin has this website. I have his books that you can get, his observing guides. They are wonderful. I highly recommend them. Show you what a class guy was. Last fall, money was tight. I just retired, and we hadn't sold our properties. We owned a couple farms and some other houses, Airbnb, and we were in the process of putting them up, getting them ready to be sold, which we did this late fall to early spring as part of our retirement and getting ready for getting into retirement, I should say. So money was tight, and he offered to sell me one at a discount, and I didn't take him up on it because I felt that would be a better offer for somebody else, since I knew where I was going with it, and I would be able to order them in the spring, which I did, and found that I really, really love his guides. He has other guides. You can see here the downloadable guides. You can click on that, and you can get PDF edition. And here they are. You can get Observing the Herschel 400 Objects Part 1, Part 2, Herschel's Part 3. I used all three of these when I did the 2500. They are great. I'm using this one again to help with the Herschel 400, which I'm doing again because I want to be able to have a sketch in my 17.5. My old sketches went from 10-inch to 14 to 17.5, and I have a hodgepodge of sketches. I just want all sketches and what it looks like in a 17.5. You can see he has advanced observing projects that you can download. The local group, flat galaxies I have. I love that one. Able galaxy clusters, ring galaxies are great. And you can download these. They're free. And you can see that he has observing projects. If you have a smaller scope, 6-inch, these are 6-inch telescope or larger up, and you can actually find things here. His planetary and supernova remnants is a great one. Love that one too. Great resource if you're looking for observing projects and stuff like that. Alvin Huey's Faint Fuzzy site, it's a must. The next one I'll share with you is over here. Hopefully it comes up. It's reinervogel.net, and here you can see I'm on his index. And Reiner also has a couple guides that you can use. If you come down here, you can see some of these you can see his telescopes 22, 16, 14, 12, has some travel knobs, and he talks about mirror making, EQ platform, and then he has reports on observing these. These are also guides. So here you can see observing planetary nebula. You can download his book. His guide is right here. He has pictures of what the object looks like according to the STSCI digital download. And then he has finder charts here, a broad one, and then a more refined one so you can zoom in on it if you're star hopping. He has that on the Ables. And then you can read about each of these here and how they are and the challenge of finding them. Highly recommend that. You can do that with the Hickson groups as well. And as we scroll down, there's his atlas that you can get for it. And then he has just notes on each various Hicksons that he's observed and what they kind of look like from imaging standpoints. So if you want to image or if you want to observe visually, you can do that. Notice that there's his observer's guide, his highlights, and there's his observing reports on the Hicksons. Well worth your time if you're looking to get into some tougher objects to look at. And in speaking of that, I just want to touch on this. You're going to hear me say this a lot on this page. A lot of people say, I can never look at that. I don't have a 22 or a 16 or an 18-inch scope. Have you ever tried? Have you ever just tried to see what you can see at a dark site in really good skies and see what you can see and challenge yourself and your observing skills just to push a little bit more? When you do that, will just tell you, I'll testify to that you will have experiences with this hobby that will make you jump up and down because you'll see things that you didn't think you could see. Your skill will improve, and you'll find observing faint objects is a lot of fun. It doesn't have to be eye candy all the time. It can be faint objects. They're just as fun, and the challenge of seeing what you can see with them, that's part of the fun with them. So anyway, I think here this is a sample that just didn't come. Oh yeah, there it came up. That's what his Hickson guide looks like. There's the picture. There's his coordinates. That's his observation, what it looks like in his 22. And then his 14-inch. There's the broad finder chart with the constellation, and then a more specific finder chart down here. Again, both Faint Fuzzies and Reiner Vogel's website are excellent sites to use. Been using them for a long time. Appreciate the experience and the depth of detail that they've all gone into and the time that they've put into their. Those are some free resources that I'm going to offer up today. I hope that there's something there that you find useful or interesting. I'll put links to all that on the post, and keep looking up. Hope you have clear skies, and if you don't have clear skies, I hope you find something to do that helps to expand your knowledge of the hobby, of science itself, and of the human condition that we're in. And that I hope, like myself, I hope each of us find a way that the hobby kind of humbles us and makes us realize that our time here on this earth is really short. And the most important thing we do are the relationships we have with each other, with our family, our friends, our associates, and those we come in contact with. It's all about connecting and being together and sharing experiences and finding joy in what we do, whether we do that solitarily or with others in outreach or anything. It's just reaching out and connecting with the universe. So keep connecting with the universe. Have a wonderful day.